Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Steve Cooper, food app reviewer for tokemag.com. This week I have a roundup of gluten-free apps for you. The first one, there's going to be 4 of them. So the first one is going to be I can eat on-the-go gluten and allergen-free. And this app is essentially it provides 26 menus from fast food restaurants. Some of the most popular ones: McDonald's, Burger King, Arby's, Carl's Jr., DQ, Domino's, Jack in the Box, KFC, and so on. Also some fast casual places like Pie Way. I think that's how it's pronounced. So anyways, what you do is you go in here and you click on a little preference button, and you can set whether or not you want the items to show, the items on the menu to show if in fact it does have something you're allergic to. So you can eliminate those completely or not. There is a My Allergens page, and on this page, when you look down, it has milk, eggs, fish, gluten, peanuts. So it's more than just a gluten app. You can, if you have allergies to say peanuts or shellfish, you can ask it to eliminate those items from the menus that you're browsing. And then of course the last part of this app is the actual menus themselves. And so it's a nice thumbnail-sized icons of the different restaurants. You click on some of these, they will have a GF for gluten-free if you choose gluten allergen, for example. And the ones that have the GF, those are ones that have been verified by the restaurants. And then so when you scroll through, there's I have it so it's not showing any gluten items on the menu. So only things showing up are gluten-free, with exception. There are some items that have a G with a circle around it, and those are indicating that while the item itself may not be glutinous, the item may have come in contact with machines that, you know, have processed wheat or something along those lines. Overall, it's a pretty useful, pretty nice app. It's a clean layout. It looks good. It works well. The only thing that I can think of that I would really like is perhaps some more menus. There's just, like I said, there's just 26 on here, so that would be nice. But overall, it works really well, and I'm going to give this app a 4 out of 5. So here we are with the second app. It is So Simple Gluten-Free Recipes by Jennifer Cafferty, who's someone who has a really nice blog that talks all about gluten-free products. And this is really a straightforward gluten-free recipe app. You open it up and it has a whole list of categories to choose from: breakfast, desserts, entrees, quinoa dishes, side dishes and salads, soups and sauces. You click on any of these, and so I'm going to click on entrees, for example, and then you just get a nice big list here that you can scroll through and select the item you want. Each of these items, for the most part, there are 1 or 2 that don't have thumbnails, but they have thumbnails, they have pictures when you click on them. Some of them also indicate whether they're kid-friendly or something along those lines. There's a couple things I want to note about this app, though. There is a search field in the very top, and when you do a search at the top of this app, you're searching just that category. So, for example, if you want to search for a chicken gluten-free dish, and you happen to be in the entree category, you are only going to get chicken dishes within the entree category. You will not get, say, a side dish, or maybe some sort of like salad, a chicken salad. It would not show up in the entree. Only if you're in the salad section would you get the chicken salad. So that's kind of a weird little quirk. The other thing that I will say about this app is that it doesn't have a lot of the robust recipe cookbook features that you find with some of these other pay recipe apps. So this app is $2.99. Which isn't a terrible amount if you're thinking about buying a cookbook, right? But it doesn't do things like put together the shopping list for you. It doesn't allow you to email recipes or email the shopping list. So there's some of those, and it doesn't have videos or any of those things that you might find in some of those more robust apps that I have reviewed in the past. But saying all that, if you're looking for gluten-free recipes, this has a lot of them in there. There is a really good selection, and so for that alone, I would probably recommend this app. And so I'm going to kind of temper the expectations here a little bit, but I'm still going to give this app a 3 out of 5. So the third app I'm going to show you guys today is the Food Tester. Food Tester it's actually a pretty cool app. Basically, you take an item, you put your phone in front of the barcode, you scan it, and then it has a little indicator light that tells you red, don't eat it, green, go right ahead. What you can do with this app is there's a settings, and you can select not just that you want a gluten-free piece of food, but you might want something that is, say it's an allergy, and you're okay with barley, but you're not okay with wheat. You can actually set those preferences in this, so it's very granular, much more so than the I Can Eat app, and it works really well. The one thing, I've used this app on 2 different phones. The first phone was an older phone, and it didn't scan very well at all. The second phone was a newer phone, and that works. I mean, the scanning was almost instantaneous. You put it over the barcode, beep, it worked. It was awesome. Saying all that, scanning a packaged food item and getting a red light or a green light letting you know that it's safe to eat is awesome. The problem with this app is that it's not accurate in the ingredients that it's pulling from. So I'm not quite positive where they're getting their information from. But wherever they are getting it from, it's not accurate. I scanned a chicken noodle soup can, and in that chicken noodle soup, it has wheat flour, and it gave me the green light to go ahead and eat it. And if I have celiac disease or something along those lines, that could be devastating. So because of that, and it kills me to say this, because the product worked well. It's the data that they're pulling that's bad. So it's killing me to say this, but because of that, you just can't rely on it all that much. So if you're looking for a cursory glance, give things a scan, and it'll work. It'll scan. It'll tell you that it's safe or not safe. But if you are hardcore and you cannot have any gluten in your diet, I'd probably say pass and be sure to read the labels, because this app is just not accurate enough with its information to work for you. And so on that basis, I'm knocking this thing down to a 2 out of 5, because for those people who really need it, it's just not useful. Okay, here's the final app. This is gluten-free restaurant cards from celiactravel.com. This is a very basic app. Basically, it's for people who travel. And when you have these dietary restrictions, a lot of times it's really hard to convey when you're in a foreign country and you don't speak the same language, and you may be somewhere where they don't even know what a gluten-free diet is or means. And so these are really cards that you can either read to them or you can show the person that is serving you food, and it breaks down what gluten is, what celiac disease is, what are the repercussions of that, as well as the safe items on the menu that you can eat. So, for example, I'll just read a little bit of this. It says, "I have an illness called celiac disease and have to follow a strict gluten-free diet. I may therefore become very ill if I eat food containing flours or grains of wheat, rye, barley, and oats." And then it continues on. Anyways, there is a button down here. You click it, and you can select a country that you want to go to. So you can have it translate that card in French, German, Greek, Hebrew, Hindi, Finnish, Estonian. I mean, it's got tons of languages in here. So you can go ahead and select that, and if you can't read the language yourself, you can just show the person your phone, and hopefully they will understand what it is that you are trying to convey to them. This is a very limited app. You probably would never use this unless you were traveling somewhere and you were trying to have this information get across and not get lost in translation. So because of that, it's not like it's an app that you should keep on your phone all the time. If you do need it, it probably is pretty useful. The thing about this app, it's free, so I can't get too upset about the design and the functionality and all that stuff, because there's no money lost here. The problem is, I guess the thing that I'm going to knock it for is there's just a really lack of consistency in terms of its design. So we have one font here. When you click on a card, say, I'm going to go back here to English, and you click on, if I can find English, so I click on English, and then it shows another font, and then I click on the info button down here, and it launches another font. It's just a lack of, I think, care went into this app. It works, yes, but just a little bit of effort, a little style guide could have really just polished this app up and really, I don't know, not that you would use it every day, but it would have gone a little bit further than it does now. So had it been cleanly designed, I probably would have given it a 3 out of 5. But because it just lacks a little bit of polish, I'm actually going to ding it a little bit and give it a 2.5 out of 5. So that's going to wrap it up this week. I hope you download, test out these gluten-free apps. There are 4 of them again. If you haven't read the review, there's more detail in the review than what I've explained in this video. It's tokemag.com. Please download the app, try them, go to tokemag.com and give them a try yourself. And before I go today, I actually have a very exciting announcement. Toke is launching the first ever Food App Awards, and we are accepting app submissions until October, and then we'll announce the winners in December. So for more details, go to tokemag.com. There's a link at the top of the screen on Toke that says 2011 Food App Awards. Click on that. You can read all the different categories. There's 19 categories, and I hope to see your app in there, and I would love to review it as well. So please start submitting, and we'll see you at the awards. Take care.